Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is going to be a quick how-to video for students who are working on their MTP at the moment, students who are trying to remember how to log in, how to see the lenses, databases, all those things. Okay, so a couple ways you can start. You can go in through your virtual learning, which you get from the student portal, and then you log in with your regular login credentials. So your OCDSB email and your password. And then once you're there, so our pages look a little bit different because I have the educator's homepage and you'll have the student's homepage. But what you want to look for is over here on mine, grades 7 to 12. So you'll have something similar. And if you click on that, you'll see that you have Universally. I know you don't need that right now, but that is the French database. You also have EBSCO here. Okay. So the reason to go through the VLE when you're not at school is that you don't need to log in, right? So you don't need passwords. So once you're in here, you would then go to either the host, and when you're in the host, you notice that you have all of the databases here accessible to you. So you could click on the ones that you actually want to look at. If you don't know the databases very well, not a great way to start. So you are working on literature, you're working on an analysis or a lens. So my suggestion is to head on down here to the Literary Reference Center Plus and start there. Okay, so you have the ability to search by keywords, you can search by author, you can search by title, you can go in and do a more advanced search, and your advanced search can have specific fields to go with it. And I'll look at those in a second with you. Okay, so easiest way to get in, no passwords needed, is to go through the VLE. But that's not really fun, right? Because you're going to miss all the exciting things that are happening over on the RINC webpage. So to get to the RINC webpage, the library webpage, you can start off at the school website. And there it is right there. You'll notice that it is a super new website that Miss Barbara and I have been working on. Super easy URL to remember, glebecilibrary.com. You can also, crazy idea, people, bookmark it. Okay, so before we get to actually looking at the databases, just a couple of quick things. Oh, look what's happening tomorrow, or depending when you're watching this, June 5th. Oh, there's a blog. Look at that. Oh, I have no idea what to read. Lots of, you can recommend us a book. You can check out the French critiques that students have done. You can check out which are our winning French novels. You can go and have a look at what books are hitting the top of the lists in Goodreads and let us know if there's one that we don't have and we should. Academic integrity, going to mention it because need to. Remember citations. Remember, if it's not yours, it's dishonest. If you're not sure, make sure you come and ask for help, and we will make sure you're on the right track. Okay, resources by subject. So you could go in here on a regular, looking for something to do with a course, but during the time that we're in, knowing that grade 12s are looking at their English MTP, we've set up a quick link right here. That will not always be there, but these ones will. So the quick links you've got is the catalog. Oh, we use that to find books that we want to read. Databases, style guide, so your MLA, your APA, how to use it. The VLE link, so if you are in here and you can't remember passwords or you, whatever reason, you have an online course, you can get to your VLE from here. And the Ottawa Public Library. Fantastic resources. If you do not have a library card, get one. All I'm going to say. Okay, so let's go to the MTP page. And I'm not going to lie to you, Miss Barbara and I cannot make this any more clear. We cannot make it any more accessible. So please take your time, look through it. Okay, so all of these are resources that you can use to as your secondary sources for your paper. You can look by subject area. So if you're doing, for example, the Marxist criticism, we have one link that'll give you information about that. Okay. If you are looking for post-colonial, so this means that it's a glebe resource. It means that it's something that Miss Barber or myself or another teacher within our English department has put together. You click on it and it takes you to explanations about the post-colonial lens. Okay. The other, this one here is a resource, be it could be a video, it could be an article. So this Yale courses, they're very good. They're very long. I can appreciate that they're very long. But when you go down and you look at the comments or you look at what the professor is talking about, it is very, very helpful. You can also go through by chapters and you can see what he is going to focus on in that space of time. There is a Yale course lecture for almost each of the lenses. Okay. So, and then OWL, we know OWL very, very well. This is post-colonial articles, information about the lens. Okay, so once you find what you're looking for here, that's your starting point, then you want to go to the databases. Okay, so a couple of ways you can do it. You can go back to the homepage and you can find the databases on that link, or you can go to your tutorials and resources. Okay, so databases. What is a database? How to use the databases? How to use a search engine, right? Because you can also go through Google Scholar. Also important, how do you read a journal article, right? So here's some information about what to look at. You start with your abstract. Is it useful? Keeping in mind that you potentially could be reading 25, 30 articles until you find one that works for the point that you're trying to make. That is why you start with your abstract, you read it, you look at the conclusion, right? Does the conclusion, because it puts together everything that's in the article, is it useful? Okay. And then you come down to the databases. So if you're at home and you forget to use the VLE, which now if you're listening to this, you're going to go do that because that's going to be easier. All of the passwords are here. So you have access to all of the databases. My suggestion would be just jot that down somewhere because if you look, they're pretty much the same. Okay. And then you go in through here. You put in the password if you need it. You can look at Scholar. You can look at JSTOR, which also very, very useful. Okay. You can browse by subject, title, or publisher. Your advanced search is going to take you through where you get to be a little bit more specific about what you're looking for. The last part of this wonderful journey that you're on is if you're doing an annotated bibliography, you will go here and see how to do it and make sure you do it properly. Is your style guides to make sure that you are using your citations properly, right? So you have APA for your MTP. Here you have an example of what it should look like, right? How to do it with specific authors, right? 1 or 2 or 3 all the way through. So you can have a quick read of that. It gives you how to do it for your electronics, so your databases. You can also go down and see a sample paper, which will help you not only with your works cited, but also with how the setup of your paper is meant to be. Okay. Obviously, for lots of different reasons, you can use the citation machines. And I don't think I put a link, so I'll need to do that. But citation machines are great. I think it's called citation. I'm going to have one of those moments. Use it, but make sure that when you do use it, you use it properly, which means don't just take the first link at the top of your page of the list that they give you. You need to read through it. You need to make sure that you're picking the right version. You need to make sure you're picking the right date, right, of the edition that you're using, all those kinds of things. If you're working in Google Docs, you can also have citations working from within there. And I'll put that in the next little video because this one is very long. I hope that helped. I look forward to questions and reading, editing, giving suggestions for any of your papers that you would like myself or Miss Barber to look at before they are handed in, to give you some feedback and make sure that your citations are done properly so you don't risk inadvertently misciting any of your work. Okay, so good luck with the MTP. Know that you can email myself or Miss Barber. Check stuff out on the RINC webpage. If you come down, you have all of our information that you can get in touch with us. Email us. Go check out what we're attempting to do on Instagram to keep you guys informed. Take care. Good luck.